Fire ants were not commonly used in ant farms in the
That's
1980s because
amazing.
they escape easily and can sting,
That's amazing.
which was a common problem for hobbyists at the time.
Does it really say that?
While not the recommended species, some people still tried, leading to a negative experience for those who were stung or had to clean up escapes.
Amazing.
Andy, I love your portrait of these fly-by-night toy makers, which I really think is true.
I've met all these guys. There was a company called Coleco. It was the Connecticut Leather Company. Leather. And then they were like, let's try toy. I mean, Nintendo's that way. Nintendo was like making, I think playing cards and then, eventually video games. And so Coleco then of course comes out with the Cabbage Patch Kid, right? And it's the biggest hit of like when we're really little. Everybody has them. We used to put them out in the sun so that their faces would melt, the whole thing. And
no one did that, but yeah.
Oh,
no one did
girls that. in our elementary school would let them sunbathe their Cabbage Patch Kids, but then it was too hot, and then their faces started melting, and they were all traumatized. Because you had to like go to the store at like midnight when there's gonna be a new drop.
Yeah.
And they were like so excited, and then they had like melted faces. So Coleco comes along. It's the hottest company in Connecticut. It's like the Google of Connecticut, and like literally like a year after the Cabbage Patch craze, the thing's like on the verge of bankruptcy. So we're driving home from like the movies on like the highway, like the legit highway. And this is like back when you could do this. And there's a person hitchhiking on the highway. And I'm like 11. And my dad pulls over to pick up this hitchhiker. Swear to God. And on the highway, like pulls over on the shoulder. It was like broken glass. And the guy gets in. And like my dad's like, you need a ride, bub? I'm like, who's this guy? And he gets in the car, and we're driving him to like, Weathersfield or wherever he lives. And my dad gets to talking with him, and he's like, oh, like, what do you do? And the guy's like, I'm the CFO or the COO of Coleco. My dad's like, oh, like the Cabbage Patch Kids? The guy's like, yeah. And then he like gets out of his way and goes on. And I'm sitting there thinking like, hey, why did we not ask the CFO of Coleco, like why he's hitchhiking on the side of the road like a year after the Cabbage Patch craze? My dad's just like, he's got his reasons, like I'll just, that's between him and his
Give
reasons.
the man his space.
Driving to Weathersfield. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. I'm picturing like John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, basically.
Totally.
Oh, for sure.
Totally.
For sure.
Like if the guy had started in with like, well, look, some bad stuff happened, my dad would be like, I don't need to know about it, brother. I'm just here to give you a ride. And then the guy like gets out. I'm like, we didn't even ask him for a Cabbage Patch. Like he's like the most connected person going. Like, you should get the ones that don't melt.